Another drama! Manipulate rates. Uh-oh. Multiple Korean gacha games are caught that they were not using informed rates. Okay, keep in mind this is Korean gacha games. So what are Korean gacha games? Nikkei. Blue Archive. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So we need to talk about this. Brown Dust 2. Uh-oh. Genshin not affected. Okay. So let's talk about this. Who is manipulating rates now? Who is it? The last time I heard it was Nexon. Nexon did not learn. On the 22nd of March, Korean government passed a law that all gacha rate details must be informed accordingly. Previously, the rate reveal was run voluntarily under association guideline, which is run by game companies. Upon the law enforcement, multiple game companies voluntarily informed players that they had some rates lower than they should be by mistakes. Alright guys, it's just a mistake. They just put the wrong number. It's not that big of a deal, alright? It's a mistake. They admit that it's a mistake, so you guys have to forgive them for that. On the following images, left column rates indicates that the rate they originally informed before 22nd of March. Right column indicates rates that they have fixed by guideline. First game. Ragnarok! Ooh, Ragnarok! Who plays Ragnarok, guys? Who plays Ragnarok? It was a mistake, guys. Okay, the old rates is 0.8%. The fixed rates is 0.1%. 0.8% to 0.1%. So players were pulling because the advertised rate was 0.8%. But the true rate is 0.1%. It's not that big of a deal. It's just 8 times less. It's not that big of a deal. What do you guys think? Damn, this is a lot of difference. Poor people who spend cash on those games. Brutal. 0.8, 0.1. Holy. If I know something is 0.1, I will almost never pull on them. I wouldn't spend as much money, I think. I mean, it depends on what it is, right? It is a little bit complicated. But this is so big. How did they miss that? How do they not know? Oh my god, this is like... It's a scam. It's clearly a scam, right? They shouldn't do this. I get it if it's 0.8 and then it's like 0.7. But this is kind of a big deal for a lot of people, right? Especially like depending on how much they spend on the game. So Ragnarok was one of it. Moo Archangel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. So Moo Archangel. So this is the old one. 0.29%. The new one become... What the heck just happened? Old rates is 0.83. Fixed rates, dynamic rates, but 0% for the first 150 pulls. What? 0.83%. And then you can see for the first 100 pulls is 0%. Wow. They changed it entirely. 0% for the first 150 pulls. I'm guessing this 0.83%. 0% until PT. What if people just do 10 pulls? They won't know that you will never get anything with the 10 pulls. This is why they need to advertise the rate. This is very scammy. 0%. 0% for the first 150 pulls. And then it goes up. The PT slowly goes up. I'm guessing it's like those... It's like the Arknights one. Arknights is something similar. Not 0%, but Arknights is like the PT that... Is it Arknights or Alchemy Stars? The PT goes up after certain percentage. After you do like 80 pulls, the PT starts going up more and more. Astra has that as well, right? There's a term for it. I forgot what's the term. It's the PT that goes up the more you pull. 150 before you even have a chance. Yeah. 150 pulls. So this 0.83%, this is misleading for sure. They shouldn't have done that. They definitely manipulate the rates hardcore right here. Because like some players will just do 10 pulls to hopefully try to feel lucky, but they never know that 10 pulls is not enough. Because you can never get anything within the first 150 pulls. They need to have this kind of announcement, right? Soft PT. Yeah, it's like a soft PT, hard PT thing. It's so scammy though. Night Crows. Okay. So the old rates were 0.00396%. The new rates were 0.002%. What is this miserable piece of... Who even played this game? What the heck? 0.004%? It might as well just be 0%. It's not even 0.1. We're talking about 2 zeros here. How do you even get anything at that point? Wait, isn't this the NFT? Oh, this is the NFT game, to be fair. To be fair, this is the NFT game, so of course they have to make it low rates because NFT is valued at a lot of money. You assume the CN law on gacha spread to other Asian countries, but now KR never outlawed this practice. Yeah, it does. The only person that can force companies to apply this practice are the government. No one else can force them to, you know, to do anything. That's why it's always important to have government regulate these things, right? And I know some people don't like the government regulation and stuff, but the truth is government regulation are sometimes needed to regulate these kind of things. And a lot of people make fun of CN for being too strict, you know, the Chinese government, CCP, whatever. But the truth is there are good things of government being strict, and this is one of it, right? It does protect the customer in this case. Of course, some things are bad, censorship can be bad, but if you think about it, there are a lot of good things that comes out of this, but people just don't talk about the good thing. People like to talk about the bad thing. So yeah, there's two sides of the coin, right? Sometimes if you don't NFT scam, this is always going to be but to be fair, this is really low to begin with. 0.04, 0.02. This is extremely low. The only person that can force companies to do things in accordance is the government, right? They have to have laws. You hate the government, but regulating gambling is the one thing they should do. Yeah, they should definitely do this, and you never know, right? The truth is there are companies that even try to, you know, take advantage of people out there, for sure. Gamers need to regulate themselves, walk away from bad company, but you never know who is bad though, because there's no way for you to test yourselves. What are the rates? Because there's no way somebody can know what are the actual rate from this Night Crow game, for example. How would you actually test if it's actually 0.0396% versus 0.02%? This is something that's like almost impossible for you to test, right? Blue Archives KR players broke the corruption. Yeah, I think they do bring down a lot of the corrupted people in the company. People suspect that these companies voluntarily inform only because they would be in a bigger trouble if they get caught upon government investigation. All these manipulated rewards are the winning rewards that people want the most from the gacha boxes. Meanwhile, these companies claim that all these rates were done by mistakes. Guys, it's a mistake, okay? It's a mistake. Surprisingly, there was not a single mistake that actually benefits players. Of course, mistake has to be beneficial to the company. How can mistake be beneficial to the players? If companies are losing money, that's no longer a mistake. That's a crime, and the person will get fired. Keep in mind, this law was passed because there were several games manipulating the rates and outraged the gaming communities. TLDR, major Korean company games were manipulating rates until the gacha law enforcement happened on 22nd of April. Some had up to ×8 lower rates than it should be. Some had 0% chance for the first 100 pulls. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Typo, man. It wasn't illegal, it's not something you can do. Is this all NFT game or there's a gacha game too? It says Ragnarok here. I think Ragnarok is... I don't know which version of Ragnarok is this. Ragnarok has a lot of different versions. Ragnarok Online, Ragnarok this, Ragnarok that, right? But there's like 10 different Ragnarok games, so I don't know which one is this specifically referring to. But I am aware of MU Archangel. In fact, you can search it on Play Store right now. It's probably right there. Mu Archangel. But yeah, these are all the games that are affected. For now, it's these 3 games. Night Crows, Mu Archangel, and Ragnarok. So far, we haven't seen Nikkei came out and admit yet. So maybe Nikkei is honest. What do you guys think? I think Nikkei is honest. Shift up is honest.